And we're keeping you updated on all the breaking news updates coming on the big international story that we're tracking this morning. And now we're getting a reaction from Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Now remember, he's called the North Korean missile launch a violent act, and he goes on to say that this can never be tolerated. Now, after this provocation by North Korea, the intercontinental ballistic missile, when it splashed down its exclusive economic zone, Shinzo Abe has come out and said that it will not yield to any provocative act by North Korea, and it will only maximize pressure on Pyongyang. Now, that's the latest reaction that we're getting on that story. We'll play out that reaction for our viewers, which will also be followed by Donald Trump's reaction, and then we'll break down more details that we're getting in this morning on that big international story.
北朝鮮が再び弾道ミサイルの発射を強行しました。飛行状況を踏まえれば ICBM 級と思われます。その可能性があります。政府としてはミサイルの動きを完全に把握し、危機管理に万全の体制を取りました。国際社会の一致した平和的解決への強い意志を踏みにじり、このような暴挙を行ったことは断じて容認できません。北朝鮮に対して厳重に抗議を行いました。国連安保理に対して緊急会合を要請します。国際社会は団結して制裁措置を完全に履行していく必要があります。我が国はいかなる挑発行為にも屈することなく、圧力を最大限まで高めていきます。引き続き日米の強固な同盟のもと、強固な日米同盟のもと、高度の警戒体制を維持し、国民の命と平和な暮らしを守り抜いてまいります。
A missile was launched a little while ago from North Korea. I will only tell you that we will take care of it. We have General Mattis in the room with us, and we've had a long discussion on it. It is a situation that we will handle.
So we have Aditya joining us on the phone line, and we're getting to know now what we got here was the latest reaction from Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who's come out and said that this was a violent act and Japan will not tolerate it. Those are the latest updates that we're tracking on the story. Let's also tell you Donald Trump has also said that we'll handle it. That was Donald Trump's reaction to this missile launch by North Korea, which is clearly being seen as nothing but a provocation, and it's got global leaders together. We know that there was a call between Donald Trump and Shinzo Abe where they spoke about this missile launch, and they reaffirmed, we are also getting to know that Shinzo Abe reaffirmed the importance of China in the crisis during that call with the US president. And in fact, reports are also suggesting that he in fact praised Beijing for upholding these sanctions on North Korea. Now, let's also tell our viewers that this missile launch comes barely a week after US slapped fresh sanctions on North Korea. We have our associate editor Aditya Rajkol joining us on the phone line. Aditya, we're keeping our viewers updated with all the latest updates on the story. Now, we heard a reaction from the Japanese Prime Minister, who's come out and called it nothing but a violent act. We also know that in his call with Donald Trump, he spoke about the role of China and said and also spoke about how China has reaffirmed its support when it comes to placing sanctions on North Korea. And right now, global leaders seem to be joining hands in while dealing with this latest provocation by North Korea.
Well, yes, all options are on the table. That is a big development coming in right now. In fact, you rightly pointed out that there are cases pouring in from all across the globe.
Right.
Donald Trump of US or Shinzo Abe from Japan. But just as I am talking, there's a big development coming in. The Vice President in the US has just released a statement which says that all options are on the table. If I can just read out from the statement, it says, the Kim regime in North Korea would do well not to test the resolve of this president or the capabilities of the armed forces of the United States.
Right.
President Trump said today we will take care of this situation. All options are on the table. So clearly, this is a big development coming in. Immediately after the statements from President Donald Trump, others, as well as, of course, Shinzo Abe. Now, the Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence, reacting, saying that all options are on the table. So clearly, this is a diplomatic situation which is only worsening with the latest ballistic missile launch by North Korea. And, of course, there will be diplomatic checks and balances that take place in the United States and other multilateral forums. But as of now, a big development coming in, the United States saying that they will be pursuing diplomatic means, but certainly they condemn this and they will diplomatically but as of now. But there are other options also there.
Right. So, Aditya, they're breaking down the details and putting that story into perspective for our viewers this morning. Now, we'll keep you updated with all the breaking news updates on that big international story. But here's another reaction coming in on this fresh provocation by North Korea. Yes, this missile launch seems to have brought in forces from across the globe together to counter the threat by North Korea. Here's another reaction. Listen in.
If it is a further missile launch, it is yet again a reckless act by a regime which is more intent on building up its ballistic missile and nuclear capability than it is on looking after its own people. So we call on the regime to give up its programs, to invest instead in the people of North Korea. And at this moment, we stand shoulder to shoulder with our allies and our partners in the region.
क्या सोच रहे हैं? मेरे ख्याल ऊपर टीम उतार दी गई है।
हाँ, तीनों छत के ऊपर 15 बंदे उतरे हैं हेलीकॉप्टर के जरिए।
अच्छा, तो अभी खिड़कियों से सामने से हम खिड़कियों के सामने खड़े के लड़े।
क्या कह रहे हैं आप?
खिड़कियों पे
The one mail that Republic TV has highlighted today is of this Copenhagen terror attack. A mail that tells you that the ISI was directly in touch with Headley to carry out the Copenhagen terror attack.